Hello everybody, it's Mike. Welcome back. It's been a while since I've made a video because I have been working on this Christmas layout. This is the Santa Express Railroad running through Winter Valley. So there's a lot more to this layout than meets the eye. I just started making a Christmas layout about 5 years ago and building a display, and every year it's a different display. But some of the most important aspects of the display are the people, the family, the friends, the traditions that inspired me to make the display. And before I flip the switch to turn this on, I'll tell you a little bit about those traditions and some of the family and friends aspect of it. So, first let's start with the little tree right here. That was my grandma's Christmas tree, and one of the only things I have from my grandma. And my other grandma, some of the ornaments she made through the years are on that tree. Then we have this Lionel 2234W set, the Santa Fe war bonnets that I used to go to my grandpa's house and look forward to seeing every year at Christmas time. This isn't his set. Those went to my uncle, which ultimately is going to his grandkids. So I bought a set of my own. Then the next aspect are, you noticed almost every car on my layout is a Dodge. That is because my other grandpa, who is deceased, sold Dodge cars. And my dad used to tell me stories of the cars, and my dad had a Dodge Charger, like a 69 RT. And so I have a lot of representation of Dodge and the reminder of my dad and grandpa on the layout. Then I have several buildings from my mom, well, I should say both my moms, that they've given me over the years, are little figurines, and they're incorporated in here. Then two of my friends from kindergarten, so one called me about his dad's trains, and that's why I'm running tubular track this year, because he had a lot of rolling stock and track, and I was like, you know what, I'll take it. And so now a kindergarten friend, Michael Van Tassel, thank you. And I appreciate being able to let the spirit of your dad's hobby live on through my Christmas layout. And then also another kindergarten friend, so friends from kindergarten all the way through being 51 years old now I am. This was her grandpa's train, and this is from the 1940s. And I was able to get this running and restore it, and now it's one of my most treasured trains that I have. And it's not on the layout right now because I have Christian's favorite train and the other one that reminds me of my grandpa. But thank you, Angie Hoff, for reaching out to me through Facebook a few years ago and telling me you had some trains and see if I'd be interested in them. All right, then we have this, which comes from one of my Facebook or YouTube channel friends, Joe. Thank you for the Thomas Kincaid picture that you sent me. I appreciate it. And it goes along with my Thomas Kincaid lantern. Then for my 51st birthday, the kids got me this big painting of Santa Claus in a train, which reminds Christy of her dad, who worked for the Kansas City Southern Railroad and used to dress up as Santa Claus and do their festivities and ride the Christmas train for the KCS. So that's a lot of history. I do have a car back here that another YouTube friend, we just recently went to a train show in Chicago. He lives in Ohio, and his son Max and him drove to Chicago, and Christian and I and one of my other friends drove Chicago for a train show. And he's going to be coming back in March, but he gave me a train car to run. So he's coming to St. Louis in March, and he'll get that train car back. So we thought it'd be cool just to exchange some cars to run on each other's layout and tell a little bit of a story of our newfound friendship through the YouTube channel. And he has Whitmore trains on YouTube. So without any further delay, let's flip the switch and run some trains. Alright, so the way that this is set up is we have our park scene. You know you have to have a train station. So we have a trolley running, and it goes over there and comes back around here through the tunnel. Then we have our city scene. And that's a little Santa's warming his hands at the fire barrel there as he's waving the hug of the train. And we actually have a working signal. Of course, we have the Lionel electric train store. We have a trestle. There's Wes's tank car on the back there. We have one of the most popular features, or buildings I should say, on the layout is the Apartment 56 snowblower animated building. These are all Department 56 buildings up in the neighborhood here. So that's the neighborhood scene. You have to have a church with a choir. Reminds me of my ex-mother-in-law Sharon, who brought a lot of Christmas spirit. Every year, you would go listen to her and the choir sing at church, and it's beautiful. So that's my tribute to her. And then, last but not least, we have the North Pole. So we have Santa and Mrs. Claus and some elves. We have Santa taking off to deliver toys, and the elves are busy making more toys. So the animated buildings are all Lemax. So we have the candy factory, the popcorn factory, carousel, and Ferris wheel, along with Santa and an air balloon, the Merry Christmas on it, and some figure skaters. Well, that is my 2022 Christmas layout. I love that the train is actually running under the tree this year, and the tree's not just in a corner. And I'm really happy with the warmth it brings to the holiday and the history of traditions and the pieces that I've gathered from friends and family, both still with us and some that are only with us in memory. So I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and enjoy the tour of the layout. Bye.